You know what's great? More Beyblade news! So we finally got information about the Bucket Stadium, and this has to be one of the most interesting stadiums. I'm really hyped for this stadium, simply due to the fact of how small it is with the X Ridge. I can't wait to see the chaos that unfolds, okay? I'm really excited for it. Okay, so somebody actually got their hands on the Bucket Stadium already. And that person goes by Lily. Yeah. So apparently they got their hands on the Bucket Stadium. Very first person from what I know of that got their hands on the Bucket Stadium. So we're gonna go over kind of everything. It's a great storage container, apparently. Damn, look at that size. Look at that size. That really puts you a comparison of how big the stadium's going to really be. Because that's the launchers right there. That's about 3 launchers and 3.5 to almost 4 launchers long on each side. That's not bad. Damn, I feel that. What is that monster collection, though? What in the world is this monster collection? But I feel this. I used to do this too, except mine was like Legos. But that stadium, look at that stadium. Ooh! Oh, that's big hype. That's some big hype right there. So we get a better view at this thing. So here's the bottom part right here. Here's the bottom part here, which is, you know, we can see the X app right there, Hasbro. Look at that. We finally have an aerial view of this thing. It kind of looks like a Millennium Falcon almost. Like a little mini Millennium Falcon shape. But this is big hype. It looks like, yeah, you got the, you know, the miniature ridge right here, and I'm assuming the fade goes out right here where it equals out. This pocket looks to be bigger than these other two, which obviously signifies for the extreme over finish. You can see the lip right there for the extreme right there compared to the other pockets that don't have a lip. There's the underside of it, and oh my. Yeah, it's molded in. It's molded in. Yeah, you can see there's no ridging right here. Or they did some test launch of the Bay. So lacquer quality. So they start off with Drawn Dagger, Night Shield, Phoenix Wing, Wizard Arrow, Leon Claw, and then Hell's Hammer. So these seem to be TT Bays in the Hasbro Stadium. So hang on. Huh. So what's this first one? I think it's Dagger? No, this is not Dagger. This looks like Knight. Okay. Well, that was it seems pretty easy to do an extreme finish in. Okay, we got Phoenix. This is really gonna tell us how chaotic it gets, so. Okay. Okay.
I definitely would say that removing the end of the X line was definitely a good idea for this specific arena.
I mean, it seems a little chaotic, but at the same time, it just doesn't seem fully chaotic, you know? Like, I was expecting this to be a lot more chaotic, and it feels like the bits don't grasp on the stadium ridge as well, on the gears as well as I would hope, which is kind of sad. I mean, I was expecting no, it hits it, kind of spattles around, and just, yeah. I don't think it's gonna do too much for, you know, I think that was Needle on Wizard. It's good to know at least, you know, bays like this can reach the gears, which I guess could be an upstate. You can see how that's directly in the center there to the line here, or just point. Yeah. So minor problems. So I see a few minor problems with this. So, okay. So one minor problem is that it has a hard time reaching the rails. Is because of this ridge right here, it will keep a lot of bays in here rather than going out to the extreme line and coming on in. Another thing is, as soon as the bay hits like the extreme line, they don't really stay on the extreme line. Like, okay, yeah, to a degree they stay on it, yeah, but there's a lot of skipping to it. There is, like, he hit here, he bounced off to here, finally connects with the whole gear, and then shoots back out. I don't know how to feel about it. I really don't. Like, it's alright. It's alright. It's not horrible. It's alright. It's kind of cool. At the same time, also kind of disappointing. I mean, you kind of see what I'm talking about here. So, I think if you end up modding one of these where you sand down this little deal here, the little ridge, the inner ridge line, if you sand that down, it's definitely gonna let Beys travel a lot more. Another thing I noticed is how much the Beys, like if they initially get launched and go for the X line, how they spurt around and don't stay on that X line. Like that's kind of a big deal. They jump up high enough where they hit the walls, which is cool, and I think that would be cool for battles, but they don't fully go all the way around and they don't do the X line. And then by the time that happens, it seems like they're pretty calm. How did they turn one of the coolest and potentially most chaotic stadiums into like a calm thing? Yeah, you see that it's definitely hitting that ridge a lot more, keeping the Beys calmer. And when it just hits the ridge, it just seems so slow compared to like TT Stadium. It seems so slow. I don't know how they engineered it for the stadium, for this X Stadium to X line Beys slowly. Maybe it's just like an increase of teeth on the X Stadium. You know, let's see some battles. Hopefully the battle's a lot more chaotic. I think that's Sword Dagger versus Phoenix. So that's not bad. Yeah. Yeah, you saw it right there. How it's like, it's trying to connect with the X line. Yeah, it's literally trying to connect with the X line, and it's not working. That's sad. I think they put more teeth in on this X line, making it harder for them to hit the extreme. Do the extreme attack. I mean, we literally saw Drawn trying to connect with the X line and just being pushed back and not really connecting. Why? I can't believe that. I can't believe that. And another thing, it seems like it's going to be a lot more easier to ring out opponents. It doesn't matter if you're shooting them into the extreme pocket or into just one of these other 3 pockets. It seems like it's going to be a lot easier. It's kind of sad. It really is. I had high hopes for this bucket stadium. But that when you get battles like this, that is what it's great for. That is the one thing I was hoping for, is we get huge extreme battles like this. Yeah, I want to see like hard hits. Hard hits is what I want out of the stadium. Like, I want the Beys to be flying. The reason why me personally, I would pick the stadium up is I would go ahead and buy the stadium. Now I would also mod it, but I wanted to see the Beys just fly around chaotically as can be, hitting each other, go bouncing off the walls, in and out the pockets, just and back into the stadium to battle. That is why I would pick this stadium up, because it just doesn't hit the X line. It's just slow. Fair point. But see, look at that. It just went into the pocket instantly. Phoenix went instantly into the pocket. I think if these pockets were a lot more shallower, that'd be a lot better. I think that's something else that would need to be modded outside of the extreme pocket, is just get the other 3 pockets to be shallower. Ooh! Ooh! And it sees some good battles, and then it gets stuck in the pocket. That needs to be a shallow pocket, because I would love to see it for the bounce back on in. I think another problem is how short the battles last in this stadium. Yeah, I think it's how short these battles are. I feel like that's a bit of a problem here. Kind of sad. Ooh! Yeah, some good hits. Some good hits, without a doubt. Definitely some good hits, and potentially some great battles. I mean, when I battle my X-Beys in the box stadiums, you know, for Burst, I get some good hard hits, and that's what I was hoping for with this. And you kind of get them, but it's the pockets that really just kill this. Between the, I think, added gears and the deep pockets, just kill this stadium. Okay, yeah, you see, Hell's hammer was having a hard time trying to get out of that. Yeah, that was a nice recoil hit, but imagine if they both bounced out of the pockets and came back into the stadium. That would have been so much cooler. Just need to make those pockets a lot more shallower. Or just remove those pockets completely. And just leave the extreme pocket. See, look at that, look at that! Wizard Arrow hit the extreme line and didn't even connect. What in the world? It didn't even connect. If that was a TT stadium, it would have connected. That's crazy. If that was a TT, it would have went at least a little to the side. It just stood there. At least with a TT, it would have went to the side, just a little bit. That's, I'm telling you, it's the gears. Either the gears are not tall enough. One of two things. Either the gears aren't tall enough in the stadium where it won't fully connect with the X bits, or they added more gears. One of the two. Or, see, that's some good battles. That's some good battles right there. Or if they went ahead and, or because they shrunk the size but didn't remove the necessary gears to space them out so it connects with the bridge better. That might have also been the case. Oh! Oh, Shark Edge is gonna do. Damn, that's what I'm talking about. I love to see these chaotic battles. I want to see them fly high. That is what I was expecting out of this. And now it just becomes a sad stamina battle. But those initial hits, oh my god. Oh! See, look how high they went. A Shark Edge almost ringed himself out of the stadium, but instead got back in it. That was awesome. That's what I want to see more often. Also, it looks like you really need something to hold the stadium down. That was an alright battle. Damn. Damn. And oh, he's back out. Phoenix Dread vertical. We got to see a special move of Phoenix vertical there. Yeah, the pockets just kill it. Pockets just kill it, man. Oh! Yo! That was cool! You know, another thing that you could mod in this state, look how close it was up there. That's cool. Another thing you could probably do is I add an outer line on top of here, like a second story level. So if the base do get that high, they're chilling up there for a bit and then drop back down. That would be a cool thing to mod as well. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, dagger versus chain. Straight out of there, completely. You know, this bucket stadium actually might need a shroud. It might need a shroud. That was a snipe shot. Oh, that's another thing. That's another thing I just realized. You see the X line right here? It has no gears. The X Stadium, yeah, the X Stadium for TT has gears right here. This one does not. So it goes supersonic, or quote, supersonic around here, gets right here, flings into here, but it doesn't do anything as hard of a hit because there's no gears on there. Wow. The disappointment. Honestly, it would do better. These bays would do so much better if there was just, take out the gears here and just replace it with like a rubber. If you replace it with like rubber or putty, you know, it probably would be just better. And the base would extreme so much faster. I might actually do that. Oh! Oh! The comeback! That was a solid battle. That was good. Yeah, it just doesn't dagger didn't even connect with the X line. Look at it. He's just staying there. He's staying on the X line there and doesn't move until a chain hits him. What in the world? That sucks. Why? I guess my thoughts on the stadium is, if you want it to be extremely, quote, dangerous or, you know, like the TT Stadium in any way, you're going to need to mod it heavily. Most likely remove the inner ridge, add rubber to the X ring, and then make the pockets more shallow, and then you actually get what we were hoping for in the stadium. We know the price of this is going to be like $12. Not horrible. I'll probably pick myself up 2 of them. One for just a normal X stadium and then one to mod. Yeah, subscribe.